Santonio Holmes has a message for the African American community.
The message needs to get across that your blood saves lives.
The Super Bowl MVP on a mission to bring awareness to the African American community that the blood running through their veins has a unique power to save other African Americans battling sickle cell disease.
Those are the ones that we need to aim to get a better understanding and a better feel for what they could do to support and supply this specific group of African Americans that are living with sickle cell disease with blood by being a good donor.
Sickle cell disease is an inherited blood disorder that primarily affects people of African ancestry. And as most sickle cell patients will tell you, blood transfusions are their lifeline.
I've easily had over 200 units of blood.
505 years is just incredible.
Every time I get hospitalized, most likely I need a blood transfusion. So far, I've been hospitalized maybe 4 or 5 times a year.
Because most people with sickle cell require blood transfusions throughout their life, doctors say it's essential that they receive blood from donors of the same race or ethnicity.
So if you're transfused with blood from a different ancestry, the tendency is that you may develop antibodies or an allergic reaction, quote unquote, to the other person's blood units. And this generates antibodies in you so that the next time you get transfused, it can cause a severe reaction that has the potential of actually taking your life. We need blood to help save people's lives. People with sickle cell disease are desperate for blood from African American donors.
Around the clock, the OneBlood team is screening the blood supply, looking for donations specifically from African Americans that will be the perfect match for sickle cell patients. Anxious to see it all firsthand, Santonio suited up,
Wash my hands and scrub in and all that.
and then went behind the scenes of OneBlood to see how blood donations are processed.
The blood comes in, we go through the whole process. At the same time, since all the tubes are being tested for all the viral markers, it comes here, the testing is done, she labeled the units, it goes to distribution. That's where we send the units to the hospitals.
He saw where the orders come in.
Now you see that ding you just heard? See, a new order just came in.
And how they're packed up and sent to hospitals.
Our hospitals, we get it out to them as quick as possible.
Then it was off to the reference lab, where he witnessed just how difficult finding that perfect match can be.
This is where we keep our rare blood. This blood has been tested and categorized. These are patients, particularly sickle cell patients. This patient has every one of these antibodies. In order to find a rare unit of blood that's negative for every one of these antigens, less than 1% of the donors are going to match that.
But if the blood supply was more diverse, finding matches like that would be more likely.
I think we haven't done a really good job with communicating to the community about the importance of African American blood donation, about how vital it is to help save the lives of members of their own community.
People need to understand how important it really is to give blood and to help out a community that is in very much need of a blood supply.
They too can be the most valuable player in their community, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. Save a life, donate blood.